Guys, this is Brandon with Mountains of Sound Home Inspection. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here at your home buyer class. This is a short presentation that we've created. We're so sorry I couldn't be there in person. Just couldn't work out this time. But what I want to talk about is the most important part of your home buying experience. I mean, except for like the whole, you got to afford the house, right? And you got to have a real estate agent to show you houses and that kind of stuff. But besides that, the home inspection is the most important part of the buying process. So let's take a few minutes and educate you and teach you a little bit about what a home inspection is all about. Okay, so here we go. Before we jump right into it, let's ask you this question. What are the top 3 most first-time buyers want to know about their home? And I'm going to tell you, it's not related to the home inspection itself. Let's jump and see number 1. Is it cute enough? Very important. It's got to be cute enough for you to like it, right? Number 2, will my furniture fit? Again, very important. You got to have that furniture fit in that house. And number 3, can I afford it? Again, going back to that whole lending thing, you got to be able to afford the house you want to buy. Now, while these are important questions that you want to ask, there are other important questions that we need answers to. And so that's where the home inspection comes into play. So, oh no, a home inspection. So I've got a quick little video, see if this works. So this is a video I shot with my daughter a few years ago at the Puyallup Fair. This is how a lot of first-time home buyers feel when they're going through this roller coaster of the home buying process. So a lot of people feel like, wow, this is crazy, I'm out of control, I can't control what's going on here. Then all of a sudden you get to the bottom, you've hit the finish line, you've made the purchase, and it's actually all worked out. So that's how a lot of our first time home buyers feel. And that's how they feel about the home inspection, a little nervous going into it, not sure what to expect, hopefully that there's nothing big wrong with the house. So let's kind of go through a couple things and what a home inspection is. Obviously, a home inspection is we're going through the house, looking at all the major systems to find out if there's any major issues. That's really what it comes down to, is those major issues. We don't want those big ticket items or costly surprises once you move in. So basically, we're there as kind of a fallback just to make sure that there's no big issues so that you can move forward with the house. Last thing you want to do is spend a whole bunch of money on a house, and then all of a sudden you move in and there's big repairs that need to be made. So we want to be able to know about those up front. So what gets expected, obviously you see here in this picture, everything from the foundation to the roof, everything in between. You know, the main systems are going to be your plumbing system, your electrical system, HVAC system, those kinds of things, your roof, make sure there's no structural issues. So those are the big things that we really take a look at. Get to that information. So why have a home inspection? Now let me show you, this is a picture I took several years ago, and you know, this is the reason why we don't we have our home inspections. This is a foundation we're looking at. House is built on a hill, kind of facing down a ravine, and that ravine is moving down the hill still and taking the house with it. So that's what you're seeing here, this big, huge, massive crack in this foundation. Really a big issue here. A costly repair is going to be needed here for this one. So this is why we have home inspections. We don't want these things. If this home buyer hadn't had us go in the crawl space looking for this, they would have been clueless to this, and they bought the house not knowing about this foundation issue. And all of a sudden, bam, they move in, they see it a month or 2 later maybe, and all of a sudden, this is a, you know, $20,000 repair right here, easy. So this right here is just a perfect example of why we have those home inspections. We just don't want you to end up with something scary like this. It's going to cost you a ton more money after you've already spent all that money on your inspection. Okay. So moving on to this point here, can Uncle Joe do my home inspection? The answer is technically yes. He could probably come in there, take a look around, but there is something to be said about a professional who comes in, who's been doing this every day for how many years. Um, we've just seen it all, right? We've seen it all, and this is really what it comes down to is someone with experience who's got a proven system to find any issues. There's no way we're going to miss anything, and Uncle Joe may or may not get in the attic, may or may not go crawl around that crawl space, getting his feet wet and getting dirty and all that stuff. So um, usually the bigger issues that we find are issues that are hidden that other people wouldn't even thought of looking for. So that's why this home inspection is such an important part of the process. As you can see here, this picture is another picture we've taken. So many issues are going on here in the crawl space. Everything up here on the boards here is mold. You got lots of water, no vapor barriers, all kinds of issues in this house here. And so, Uncle Joe may or may not know that this is a problem, so even if Uncle Joe is a contractor, just really important to get your home inspection, not something you want to skip out on to try to save a few bucks. So, all right. So last thing, what do we get out of it? That home inspection. So these are just some more pictures that we've come across. This is some termite or moisture ant damage is really what this is, causing damage to the structural floor joist. You can see here. We do pest inspections or termite inspections, looking for wood destroying organisms, that kind of thing. We also offer infrared testing. This is showing how we see a leak. Actually, with the infrared test, helps us identify things that may or may not be seen with the naked eye. So this wet spot here, this blue spot, is moisture, making that spot a little extra cool, and that's how we identified that leak that possibly was not visible to the naked eye. Here's some handiwork from a plumber with no regard to the structure at all. He just knows he's got to get that plumbed, and that beam is in the way. So rather than working with another contractor to make a fix for the structure, he just cut straight through a structural beam, threw his plumbing in there, called it a day. Who else is going to find it? Nobody else is going down in that crawl space. So he gets away with doing some crappy work, and then we get to find it. And if we find it before you close on the house during your inspection, then that problem is not your problem. It can become your seller's problem, people you're buying from. So that's why we want to make sure we get a good thorough inspection. A couple more things here. We do offer mold testing. We'll take samples of the air and send it to a lab, make sure the air in your home is safe to breathe. We also do sewer scopes, so we can talk a little bit about that. And then last thing here I'll mention is our 100% satisfaction guarantee. We abide by this 100%. If you're not fully satisfied with your inspection, we will refund you. You will not pay a dime for that inspection. And then what I'll show you here, this is just a picture of our sample report. And this is really the last thing. I'll just pull this up here. I had it ready. This is what you get, really. This is what you pay for. This is the information you want. So this is just a sample inspection we did recently. And just look at how nice and organized this is. We still see that there's lots of home inspectors who's been doing it a long time, but his report, may be handwritten. We still see handwritten reports from some home inspectors in the area. Even those PDF reports are kind of outdated at this point. And so you can see here, we can interact with the pictures. We got some videos. If you go back to the top here, just to show you how we categorize things. This is low priority, medium, and high priority. Kind of help you organize your thoughts when you're making your decisions. Here's some videos you can actually put in here. This is just showing you how nice this home was and updated. That way they can go home after they've attended their inspection and actually see what the house looks like. There's going to be a month or so before they close and be able to move in. So that's pretty neat there. So this is just kind of what our inspection looks like, our report does, and just really easy to read and navigate. You can see everything's broken down by section here on the left. You can hit the summary section if you don't want to just read all the words. You can kind of see what the major issues were. So here we got a safety issue. There's no railing going up these stairs and on this landing here, potential safety hazard there, some other damage and whatnot. You know, roof was, as you saw those pictures here, lots of issues with the roof, missing shingles, missing flashing, that kind of thing. So we find it all, we put it all in the report, and you get it that way. So really excited about that and what we give to our clients. They obviously love it, and give them that good information. So thank you so much. That's all I've got. Last question I get is pretty common, is how much does a home inspection cost? And usually we're about $400 to $500. $450 is about our average. $450 to $500 is the cost. Like I said, we've got a team of inspectors, and we do a great inspection for each of our clients. We shoot for that 5-star service on every inspection. We do want to offer you, for being here today, a special discount for attending this class and allowing us to be here. So when you go to schedule an inspection with us, mention that you attended this class and we'll give you a special discount. So again, I'm Brandon with Mountains to Sound Home Inspection. Thank you so much once again. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.